Alright, yeah, welcome back to some more RimWorld Beta 18. So, after the previous run ended so quickly, we're starting a new colony. So, I think this time around I want to try without any kind of fancy, weird restrictions or difficulty settings, because we haven't had a truly long, no problems run in quite a long time. I say no problems. No game-ending problems in the first 5 episodes that cripple us for the next 25 episodes, that kind of thing. So I'm going to go Crash Landed because it's a pretty simple scenario to start with. And we're going to do Randy as well because we don't do Randy enough. And today we're doing Intense. We'll go back to Extreme after this run, most likely. So, Export Company is our seed. We're going to leave the temperature and rainfall as is because I'm just going to pick when the map generates, which will take a few minutes. Okay, so we're in, and it looks like we have a pretty decent choice of stuff here. I kind of want to go into a mountainous region. We don't do mountainous quite that often, and apparently they have changed the mountain generation in this, so it's no longer just a solid object. So I'm going to look for somewhere that seems quite decent, near some civilizations. I'm thinking maybe around here. We could go terrain impassable. Ooh. I don't know if we've ever had impassable before. Is this mountainous here? This is mountainous. Okay, so we could have mountainous on a dirt path like so. It has a creek running through it as well, which is kind of fun. And it's right next door to another colony. I'm pretty sure we can choose this. Tropical rainforest as well. So there's going to be a lot of woodland to be chopping down. We might see some new foliage as well, perhaps. Special features, caves. Nice. That's what I'm looking for. So, yeah, let's land here. Oh, they can't be adjacent. Let's land here. Oh, this one doesn't have caves. It says caves on it. There we go, caves. Average disease frequency, 2 per year. That's new. Growing period year round. Yeah. Yeah, we'll go with this one. It's not completely adjacent. Okay, so we get to choose from 3 of these characters. I'm not going to randomly generate them. I'm probably just going to pick them from this list. So there's a left behind list. And we'll choose the best 3 that we have available, I guess. You are pretty awesome. So we're keeping Grunt. Jess is she's alright. He's alright, sorry. And you're fine as well. You're incapable of violence. You're incapable of nothing. You're an optimistic brawler who is just average. I actually think we already have the best 3 available, really. Your incapable stuff is neither here nor there. Incapable of animals, artistic, and firefighting. Firefighting is a little bit of a difficult one to deal with, but you know, we've got 2 other people that can do it. Psychically dull. The chemical interest might be a little bit annoying. Greedy is potentially going to be a little bit annoying, but I think I can keep these 3. Let's go. Actually, we got our team skills as well. So medicine, yeah, we need a person who's better at medicine. And unfortunately, the only person who's incapable of medicine is Galena, so maybe we don't. The thing is, we've got malaria as a thing constantly, so that's why I kind of want medicine being bumped up a little bit. Is somebody passionate about it, maybe? No. We've got 10 on the growing, so we can make heal root. That's key. We're in a mountainous region with a passion for mining, which is good. Construction 6. Sure. Oops. What else do we really need? Doesn't have social on here, actually. Do we have? No, we're terrible at socializing. And cooking. Cooking 6, so we can make, I think it's 8 for something that I need. I can't quite remember. 6 with a passion, though. It's perfectly good for cooking. It'll get to 8 if we need it there anyway. I can't remember if fine meals are 6 or 8, or whether or not it's heal root that's at 8 growing. One or the other. I think it's 6 for cooking, so it should be fine. We're taking these 3 anyway, regardless. The 3 of you awake from your cryptosleep sarcophagi to the sound of sirens and ripping metal. You barely get to the escape pods before the ship is torn apart. Sometime later you land on an unknown rimworld. As pieces of shredded starship fall around you, you start making plans to survive. Alright, and we do indeed have palm trees now, which is quite cool. And what are these here? Clivia. So, we're in a mountainous region now, so we've got these glow stools. So essentially all the mountains now have this kind of setup, and there's dormant hives in here as well. So we have to take care of these kind of things. These are dormant, so they don't reproduce though, but they wander around for ages and probably murder everything in the local area would be my guess. No, Jade hasn't changed in its art, I don't think. So, where do we want to settle? I don't know. Where's our rich growing zones? Well, as far as really good spots to start out in, I mean, this area here looks pretty solid. What's this here? Ooh. And a Rafflesia. It's got some survival meals in here. I like this area. It hasn't got any rich soil, but there's some round the corner, so we could expand out to this area here if we wanted to. This area's got a lot of marsh, but this way, this is already secure. We've got this top area where people can come through, but they have to pass by a hive on the way there. So we've got a kind of defensive point there, just natural. And apparently there's some down here as well. We can work our way through this. I don't know if we want this. Blue moss typically found in the deep dark caves. It is sticky with tangled fibers which slows anyone walking over it. Dies when exposed to light. And then there's glow stool as well. I'm not sure if we can use this. Surprisingly good when cooked. Smells like an old, dirty rag pulled up from the stomach of a rotting muffalo. Interesting. And then we've got this Agrilu. An enormous purple mushroom. Its size and glowing protrusions make this fungus beautiful to look at. Dies when exposed to light. I wonder if there's a way to grow those. That'd be interesting. Anyway, I'm also wondering if we can use them. Is this marshy soil? This is marshy soil. Okay. So, there is no rich soil in this area. There's lots of marsh though. And the nearest steam geyser? Where might that be? Of that, I have no idea. Oh, there's one. Oh, that's a turkey. There's one. Yeah, steam geysers are a bit far away on this particular map. We can also mine through here and then cut this off here, and that'll be an expansion point. So I really do like this area here. Let's get a stockpile zone sorted. Get everything unrestricted. Get everybody equipped. Thank you. Give me those. Give me the wood. Give me the steel. Give me fuel. Give me fire. Give me that which I desire. Ooh. Right. Best shooter. 10. 8. 8. So you are going to take the rifle. And then our 8s, who's worse at melee, that would be you. So you take the revolver and you take the knife. And unrestrict those. Get everybody doing the hauling. Apparently we're doing some all of this other stuff. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go through this and I'm going to do it myself. There we go. Right. Priorities. 1, 1. Our doctors are all terrible. So 1, 1, 1. 2, 2, 2. Until we have a good doctor, we'll treat them all as doctors. And then get your bed rest, do your flicking. You're going to be our cook. You're going to be our constructor. You can be our miner. So can you. Let's see. Growing. Let's put you on 2s. Plant cutting 3s. And then we want a hauler. Let's actually have you on 4 so you can haul after you do mining. Everybody cleans, everybody researches. And as far as other hauling jobs are concerned, 3. Because you'll probably want to do cooking in the place just to make sure that we can get you doing butchering, probably. And I'll actually make you a 2 on hauling. We'll leave it like that. We need somebody actually doing priority 1 hauling, so pacer, that's going to be you. Alright, let's get you going. Let's get everything moved up here. We've already got ourselves a defensive point set, which is great. We've got ourselves a nice little pretty area. There's bamboo, fast-growing tree-like species that grows in cluster, plural, maybe. Bamboo can be harvested for a wood-like material. The plant itself is not beautiful. That's very subjective, though. I think bamboo's quite beautiful. Oh dear. Right, as far as construction is concerned, where are we starting? Can we build on this marshy soil? We cannot. Okay, so we shall designate that for something else. Should there's a smooth floor area there. Don't want to do that. Let me just, before we get started, find out where the non-buildable spots are. So there's some in the center and some around here as well. Alright, just checking. Oh, hello, thank you. Apparently there's a lot of work to do because it is delayed as all hell. Right. So we pretty much knew where all of the spots are. This is going to be quite cramped initially, but I think it's going to be just fine later down the line. Production-wise, we want to get stone cutting done. And we might as well start with wood. Because I do want to get everything built out of stone right away. So there's limestone there, there's limestone chunks here. We could work on limestone, but I think limestone is going to be our defensive material. That being said, we're already in a pretty good defensive position, so that's not so important. Granite, on the other hand, we could probably do granite. So let's get ourselves a wooden stone cutter's table. I'm going to put it back here. And the reason for that is because I plan on surrounding it with stone eventually. Permanent summer. Huh. That's new. Fair enough. Alright. So we've got our food, we've got our locations sorted. I want to get some buildings done, but I want to wait until we've got the stone cutting done for that. Before we make good use of that. It looks like this vein as well goes right through the rock, so we've got to be aware of that if we want to start chewing away. This is, you can claim and move these, I think. And actually use them as lights. Which is interesting. Right, we wanted, what, granite. Yeah. Okay, so add build, granite blocks do forever. Then we want to go to the work tab, and you're now our crafter. Get on it. There we go. Right, wait for him to make a block. Should also tell him to drop on floor. so he's not wandering back to this stockpile. Right, we've got our blocks, so now we get to go granite blocks and figure out where we want to settle. Maybe I'll do best to actually use the planning tool. Kind of want to mine and flatten this area out. So let's say I mine it back here. Where is our first house going to go? I don't want it too close to this area, just in case these decide to get a little adventurous. So maybe we start here. We'll go 8 by 8. Actually, hang on. 8, yep. It's going to create a little bit of extra work, of course, having to mine into the wall, but I think it's just going to be the more efficient way to make good use of the space. So I want you to mine out this area and then produce granite walls in this area. Stick doors there. And then as far as furniture is concerned, we should just go straight for beds. Go wooden beds. Actually, wooden double beds. Always do double beds when you have the materials to do it, because if anybody gets into a relationship, then you have to make a new bed anyway, and it gets very annoying that way. So, I'd rather avoid that. Should also maybe not give them such a big order right away. Just get them to mine out one room at a time. That'd be pretty good. I do need to house this stone cutter's table at some point as well. So, let's go. House it like so. Door in the middle. And in actual fact, this right here can be forbade. Mostly because he's going to keep mining it out and it's going to get undone as a room over and over again. So, might as well work on this one for now. As soon as this is indoors as well, it gets a speed buff. Or goes back to its normal speed anyway. Right now it's been debuffed. Stop it, Pacer. Let's say that this doesn't take chunks for now. How about that? Or stone blocks. There we go. Because he's on #1 hauling, so as soon as he sees something that he's hauling, he stops his job. Which is obviously not what we want. Okay. It's making a good bit of progress on this. I also need all of the plants inside to be cut as well. Somebody could get on that, that'd be great. Do we have... No, we don't have the research for gun turrets just yet, so that's something we're going to have to work on. That's something we can do though. It's not going to be too difficult. Fill that with granite, and this bit's done now, so we can unforbid this. There we go. Right, we'll be starting to produce chunks at a faster rate now, which is good. And we can also go and stick 3 beds in there, because that's going to have to happen eventually. An eclipse of an irrelevant nature is arriving over. All of our solar panels we don't have are currently useless. So that's a thing. Alright. 177 wood. Is that actually enough? Maybe with these trees being chopped, perhaps. We'll see. Still got stone chunks to work on anyway, so Pirate raids will start soon. Good to know. Still don't know whether they're coming from the north or the south yet, though. In this particular area, we're going to have to defend both sides, I think. There's probably going to have to be constant turrets running on this end just because of these animals here. Animals. Mega spiders and mega scarabs. Although they seem to not care about the alpaca, which is interesting. I would assume they'd go manhunter on us if we ever went up there, though. So we've got to keep an eye on our guys for that reason. Build that. The reason I'm building the granite wall around here, by the way, is because walls have a certain level of wealth to them, and I believe limestone, cave walls have an actual beauty debuff associated with them, so it's not good to be completely within a cave in that sense. Major break already, Grunt. Rebuffed, slept outside, slept on the ground. Well, Grunt, this is your bed now. Just to put you in a bit of a better mood, how about that? You kind of have a room now. Alright. We also need to set up our growing zones as well. Almost forgot about that. We should have let that start right away. So we can actually do... fertility 70%. It grows a lot slower on marshy soil, but it is something that can be grown there. So I guess we could put something on the marshy soil that we don't need right away. That's not a really, really important thing. So maybe we could put some cotton down here. I just want to make good use of all the space. So marshy soil can't be built on, so we might as well have it growing something we don't really use. In this case, ooh, Drago tree. Or Drago. One of those. Can also make bamboo as well. Very nice. There doesn't seem to be any new usable non-wood related plants here. Alright, we'll get cotton on there. And get that going. Right, as far as everything else is concerned, let's get a plot going here for heel root. Let's get a plot going here for smoke leaf. There you go. And then a big growing zone for potatoes. And a slightly littler zone. We'll have that be strawberries. There we go. Nice varied growing plots there. Let's make sure somebody is going to be doing that right away. That would be Jess. Jess is our stone cutter, actually. Huh. Well, we'll delay the stone cutting for the time being. We've still got construction jobs to do and plenty of stone blocks to work with, so... you know, there's work to be done. And Jess can get doing what Jess do best. And that's setting out these plots. So they couldn't finish off your bed, could they? Shocking. No, Jess is sleeping out in the rain. Fair enough. You do you. So, as an initial point of defense, I mean, we could use these corner bits here as cover areas. The first person who comes is always the person with a club or the knife. So, it's not really too much of an issue. We can defend ourselves here and take cover for now. So, we're in no massive rush for defense, but of course, it is something we should be prioritizing pretty soon. I want to get everybody's rooms up and running, essentially. Pacer has got nothing to do. I find that very difficult to believe. Although it's apparently possible. Well, now you're doing crafting on the stone blocks. That's something you can do. Construction you can do. And actually, you are a miner as well, Pacer. You could be. Because we need to order this to be mined out as well. So we'll get working on that. And we'll get some steel out of it at the same time as well, so it's pretty good as far as production's concerned. We've got a little light point there. Interesting. Okay. Let's order some wood to be chopped, because we can get some wood flooring down, because I know one of you three is greedy. And that's going to mean that you need a better quality room than everybody else. So, decent quality stuff is on the list of things to do. And we also want to start work on this right here. Set these to haul. We don't have a dumping stockpile just yet, but it'll be a matter of time until we do. So we might as well set them going. And everybody's inside now. They've got their own beds. We've got bedrooms set up, even though they are fairly basic. We're working on getting them a little bit further on through development. That should be sorted by the end of next episode, I would imagine. And our growing zones are done. Awesome. I'm wondering if we want more smoke leaf, actually. I might extend that out a little bit further. Smoke leaf's really useful for mental breaks and stuff like that, so let's get that sorted. And heal root is also very important, so maybe I can't grow there, can I? I don't know. I'll leave that for now. You end up getting to a point eventually where you just produce too much medicine, and if we're only getting malaria 2 times a year, then it's not going to be too bad. We've got 30 medicine. We do need to start thinking about where we want to put our production rooms and things like that, because we do need a stockpile zone. I'll have the bedrooms going up this way, I guess. So somewhere around here should be our stockpile zone. Indoor stockpile zone, more specifically. Because it is quite important we have something like that set up. Okay. Let's move the beds. Let's put you there. I'll reinstall this one here. I'm thinking just close to the door so they can get in and out quicker. It's a little bit more efficient that way. We usually put it at the back of the room, which is obviously quite slow, but is a normal thing to do, I suppose. There we go. Almost finished room number 2. New lovers, there you go. Grunt and Pacer have now come together and are now lovers. So this is going to be Grunt and Pacer's room, and this is why we do double beds. Because now we've got a spare bedroom for a prisoner. Just by naturally building it for everybody. Did not take long at all in this particular case. Which is kind of impressive. This colony works fast with love. So we might be in a good spot. Okay. So we'll finish off this room, and then I think I'm going to call it an episode there. Get that done. Grunt's last bit, come on, you can do it. Ooh, mine out that back bit there actually. While you're at it. We could use that. That might mean that actually we have to mine around the back just to make sure that we've got materials. We can of course use all of this area as well as a construction zone, but if we end up doing that, you end up spawning hives and things like that, which can be very deadly in the wrong circumstances. Alright, well, that is essentially us finished for today. So if you have enjoyed the content, guys, and you want to see more, then be sure to like and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that little bell icon right next to the subscription button, and that'll give you notifications when I release new videos. I do hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.